good enough. But definitely grass collecting is, we are looking at November 3 for more grass collecting. And if I have the time this week, I may just give it a skip. You're there, you're there, you're there. Let's... I'm going to leave this attached, and I think I may drive it forwards into the garage. Oh, it needs cleaned too. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, weight needs fixed. Tractor could probably do with a fix. We'll fix the tractor and the weight. I'll leave the sprayer till we finish the job. So, $29 to fix the weight. $1,100 to fix the tractor. Yep. Certainly eating our money at the moment. Okay, I have enough room there for the 800. Enough room there, the 800. Shut that one. Okay. So, let's grab more grass. So that makes a change. We're down to one job now. Although this morning we just started off with mowing until we could get the cultivator and sprayers running. Oh, and the street lights came on. Should be the last wage payment of the day. No. There we go. Alrighty. See how much of this we can get done. Actually, I might put this on cruise control. Let's go back here. And nothing new after the Proxima. And the Izeki is even smaller. I mean, right now I don't need a tractor that's that big. I don't need this. I mean, that skid steer, the little one we had on not Glenleathann, Maypole. It's a good little skid steer, but like I said, I don't need that really small equipment yet until we actually get a cow barn and some cows. That was the other thing we did not check today. Not that I have money at the moment, but I would consider borrowing money to buy land, because sometimes it's worth it. I'll try and get these outer edge run. I'll probably tip another 2 truckloads in this end of the silo. Okay, we are about full. So thing lifts and we start motoring. Oi, 70% silage additive. Actually a lot less than 70% silage additive. Let's go Christmas tree. All the lights. Okay, what I really want here is to get close up on this edge. Carefully, because this thing will turn out on you in a moment. Okay. Do not really have a lot of traction there, so very carefully I need to edge forward and smooth out that slope and then back it up while we're tipping, which should let me fill up, or not, that bit there. And we are now chaff outside the truck, so I will need the Merlot at some point to shovel. Okay, the thing I wanted to check, which I haven't yet today, is 37 expensive, 16 expensive. Those are still reasonable, I guess. Anyway, let's get back on the field. Some more. Might try and pick up the corners as we go this time. Or at least some of these corners on this field are very tight. And this is not exactly an agile piece of equipment to get round. Close enough. Let's go find myself another row. I think that corner there is at an angle. Who's running a... Oh, you have a course plate course running. Yeah, that corner there I think is greater than 90 degrees because the road is cutting into where the field is. So getting this kit into that corner is not going to be very good, easy. Basically because the length and the pickups at the front and the tractor's not exactly short. I think that little, what was it, the Swiss truck with the pickup forage attacher. And the forage attacher's at the back of that, so you could reverse it into the corner and grab stuff. But it's a bit of a waste to buy something like that just for one annoying task. Okay. And round and round we go. So what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more after this load, I think. That's not bad. And then we got the little field in the yard, which is getting smaller by the month as we build sheds in it. And that field there is probably quite useful. We could put another barn there. We could put silo for crops, all the things. So, and I may look into doing that. We'd lose it as grass, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not much grass. Okay, if I go down there and come up a full row, get the rest of that one we just did. It should work. Okay, where do I want to put this? Actually, we're kind of full on this end now. As I said, I don't think we're going to get this to drive through ever. And we are now over 1 million litres of silage in here. I might need to switch to the 900 to give me the power and traction to actually get up the hill. Because we are definitely struggling here. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks good. And empty. Now, can I pull out? Yes. Okay, on the whole, still not having a bad time of it. Now, obviously, it's a little bit unrealistic, and I think probably what you'd normally do is tip it in the entrance and have a buck rake push all of the silage into the clamp. Okay, spin it around there. Two partial rows and a full row. Hoping we'll get all of them on this run. Already over half of the silage additive used up again. And I'm not even sure we're over halfway through the field collecting yet. Still, we'll see. Could actually unwind here. Nice. Oh yeah, so Tom Pemberton's farm yesterday. He's now back on the farm. Apparently he's been 2 weeks off for maternity leave, so all of the videos we've had in the last 2 weeks have just been older things he did a while ago that sort of I'm never going to have enough time to release all these videos. And sort of, I got 2 weeks off, there's 6 videos I can drop without thinking about it. But he was explaining how he spent his time off with spreadsheets, figuring out when's the best time, when a cow's milk starts to dry up, at which point do you just say, okay, it's not really worthwhile us milking this cow because it's just not paying its way. Just take the break. He's also figuring that he's got way too many calves at the moment for his facilities, so he really needs a shed for his calves now. I picked the wrong row. I should have been on the one to the left. Oh well. At least I'm not going to run out of grass on this row. And so I think he's applied for he's applied for the grant for a roof on his silage clamps. He's applied for a grant for the calf barn, so he can actually make that better. Because at the moment he's he's weaning calves, and then it's like, well, I have to sell them because I got no room to store them all, and they're too small to be productive on the farm. And there's way more of them than he needs for his farm shop. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, struggle. Oh, can we make it? Okay. Which way do I want to turn the wheel? That way. Oh. And pivot. And that, oh, didn't empty it. And that's just too much. In fact, that's so much we are stuck on the weight. Good job. And reconnect the weight. Now we can drive forwards a little bit. Back up again. This is really a case of not letting it. I think I might need to drop the weight off somewhere because it's getting in the way. Oh, let's drive it forwards a bit. Okay, let's drive over it. That's also fun. Push. Okay, yeah, that works. I think I'm going to have to get out. Okay, I'm just going to stuck this right about there so we can attach it later. But I think for right now, the easiest way to do this is to not have the weight on the front of the tractor. And that's... I'm driving around with weights on the fronts of the tractors. I don't need it most of the time. It's just every so often, occasionally, you need a weight on the tractor so that you can balance out the cultivator, the plough. Sometimes this thing can get overly heavy, but yeah, it's not. I don't need a weight 100% of the time, but I don't have stuff I attach to the front of the tractors most of the time, so just having a weight there just gives me a little more traction when I need it, and lets us run pretty much any piece of equipment on whatever we're doing. So especially, I mean, on the smaller tractors, for a long time I didn't have a 3-point on the front of the small tractors, and when I was hitching the spreader on the back, if you filled it completely with fertilizer or lime, you'd end up wheeling the tractor around the field until it had spread enough to offset. So having a 3-point on the front is handy because you can balance out that weight on the back. But now we're getting to the point where our lime spreader is a lime spreader. It's on wheels. Our sprayer's on wheels, our windrower's on wheels, our mower isn't on wheels, so it needs to be counterbalanced. Our seeders need to be counterbalanced, but there's a seed tank that goes on the front of the tractor, so that is the balance. And I'm sure later on we'll get some heavy equipment. I may get the Lemkin Titan plough, because it ploughs a lot more efficiently than the little plough that we have. And getting that will need to be counterbalanced on the Class 900, which is, I think, the only tractor I have that could haul it. I mean, this is a good tractor, but we're slightly under 300 horsepower, so it can do most of the jobs that we have. It just can't do all of the jobs that we could think about doing. We're going to make it to the end of this row. Interesting question. Are we down to 23% silage additive? It is getting dark. It's 11 o'clock. Coming up to 11 o'clock daytime. As I said, we will be finishing the stream sometime after 11 o'clock and before 11:30, because I have to get ready. But it is getting way dark here. I can't even see the hedgerow. Or I can't see a lot of it. Did I drink my tea? That's a good question for 11 o'clock in the morning. Not so much. And ooh, that is cold. Okay, so the weight is gone. I'm wondering how far I can get up the slope here. Because we do have a lot of counterbalancing of the trailer as we reverse up here. Oh, come on. And now, because I don't have the weight on the front, the tractor can't push this trailer high enough up the... You know what I think? I think we're going with 900. I think the extra 1,000 or 100 horsepower might work here. But that's an interesting conundrum. I need the weight on the front in order to be able to keep the front wheels down and push the load up the hill. But then I don't want the weight because it grounds out against the floor when we get too far up the hill. Okay, how are you doing, by the way? You're 96%. You're actually quite well repaired. So, shut that. Shut that. We'll open that. And hopefully, you have the horsepower I need to get the trailer up the hill. So, drop that off. Okay, big tractor, lots of power. Let's see how this does. Power. Yes. Definitely enough weight to get that in the air. That's probably not the best place for it, though. Oh, we're swinging. Oh, that's bad. Huh. Okay. And empty. Yes. Come on, you can do this, dude. Please do this. Pull forward a little bit. It's really not emptying much up there. I really need it on the top of this hill so that it can dump in those holes towards the back, but this tractor, even this tractor's struggling. And I kind of figured this wagon was a little bit big for even this tractor. Oh, dude, seriously, there we go. But we're really not tipping much here. However, that was quite a lot, so hopefully that's evened out the top of this, that I might be able to... Oh, come on, you can do this. Yes, and there you go. Now we're on the top. And this can tip all over the place. Well, actually, it can tip all over the place, and it looks like the tractor's Going to end up all over the place. Oh, turn tight there. Let's try straightening the tractor up, and with any luck, we can get the top of this fairly flat. This is such a mess. Well, it's kind of where I wanted to be with this. Because now that we're up here, we can fill all the holes in. I think getting off the hill at this point is going to work fairly well. And I'm probably doing a fair bit of compaction, although with so much silage or chaff in the clamp, we're kind of pushing our luck here. Okay. And we move forward. Turn that way, turning that way. There's a little divot there. We get a little bit in that. But we are... Dang. I need another clamp die, guys. This is not... This does not have the... Well, it probably does have the capacity. I've just got to a point where I can barely do the things on this. There we go. What's she doing? Seriously. It's 11 o'clock. We're going to a Christmas party in an hour, so I need to go and cook breakfast. Okay, this is getting a little bit too dark to see what we're doing. Since this is going to drag into the next morning, I think this might be the last trailer load I do right now. We'll sleep till the morning. I have no idea what the weather's going to be like, and then we'll see what's what later. Okay, there is